Yes, I look a mess. Yes, I have a bonnet on. And yes, I look like an old Victorian ghost child from the 1800s. You got a problem with that? Click off the video. So, I have always been a hater of Legend of Korra. Here's the thing, right? Legend of Korra came out when I was in high school. And at the time, I was always a fan of Avatar. So I was pretty excited about Legend of Korra coming out because I was like, oh my god, a sequel of like one of my favorite shows ever. And when it came out, I watched the first episode when it premiered, and I was like, the fuck is this? It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. I don't know who wrote Legend of Korra, but obviously like they watched Avatar at some point in their lives. Like the people who wrote it, right? The people who wrote Legend of Korra and who worked on it, they watched Avatar at some point in their lives, and they picked up the spectacle part of it. Like the bending, the spirits, the cool vibes. But the problem with that is that they didn't pick up what the true meaning of Avatar is. I think that's the problem that I have with Legend of Korra, is that they only picked up like what you see and not what you feel. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the spirits, I think, is the biggest gripe that I have with Legend of Korra. Like, the spirits are so awful. Like, it went from Avatar, the spirits are wise and they're inhuman and they understand values that most humans do not. And in the spirit world, only the Avatar can really truly connect with the spirits, because the Avatar themselves is a spirit. They themselves is part of that world of like inhumanity or something. Like, yes, they're human, but they're like, they have some element of them that's beyond that, that's like more spiritual, supernatural. So I feel like Avatar explained that in such a great way, and then Legend of Korra just shit all over it. They just don't understand what the point of the spirit world was in the first place. It's meant to be a guide. It's meant to be something higher than us. In Legend of Korra, they're goofy, they're stupid, like they're just joking around like any random ass, annoying ass guy at a college party. It's like, bitch, shut up. They're so stupid. Like the spirits in Legend of Korra are just retarded. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not a fan. It's really stupid, and they're like colorful, and they're like, hey, come along with me. Like, the fuck? It's like they understood that Avatar is a children's show, but they don't understand that like a children's show doesn't mean that it can't have like deeper values for people who aren't children. Like, yes, Avatar was originally intended for children, but they also put values that are like timeless. Like things like war and death and trauma and loss and grief, and they put so much into that show. And Legend of Korra is just like, hey kids, I'm a spirit. And then like the main characters are just like having like this stupid love triangle. None of them are interesting, by the way. None of them are interesting. They're all just basic bitches. I don't remember their names. Bolin. The fat one is Bolin. Sorry, not fat. The chubby one is Bolin. He's not interesting. He's just like Sokka, but discount Sokka. He's like Timu Sokka. The main character is the worst. I'm sorry, but whatever. Korra, she's the worst character in the whole show. I don't know what the fuck. That's a whole other video, bro. That's a whole other video. I got dinner to eat, okay? I got shit to do tomorrow. So we're just gonna do this video real quick. Okay, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. But Korra is garbage. I don't like her personality. I don't like that she has no true, real values that she sticks to. Like, you know how Aang, he's like the Avatar, but not only the Avatar. Before the Avatar, he's an airbender. And airbenders have a lot of strong values, especially being a pacifist. So that's a huge part of his character, is that he stands by his values and stuff, and it's very admirable, especially as an adult now. As a kid, I always found it admirable, but now that I'm older, I'm like, that's so important to stick to your values, even stuff from 100 years ago, even stuff from when you were a child. He sticks to that stuff no matter how different the world is now. The world is so filled with firebenders and hate and people suffering and dying and people losing their parents, and he's still stuck by his moral values until the end. With the Fire Lord, he chose not to kill the Fire Lord. He chose to take away his powers because he stuck to his moral values and his childish ideas until the end. Because it's not always a bad thing to be a pacifist or to be childish or to have hope. It's not always a bad thing, and he shows that. Korra, what the fuck does she stand by? And then by the end, it's like all of a sudden, oh, she's a lesbo, by the way. She's a lesbian. Don't you guys love this show? It's just a fucking mess. I hate that so much. It's such an insult to the original concept. What is the point of this show? I don't understand why they even made it. What did I take away from that? You know what I mean? What's the takeaway? Please explain. Please. Yeah, the love triangle is stupid. The whole thing of like Tenzin having like the airbender kids, I don't really remember. They had airbender costumes. It was just dumb. The whole point of Aang being an airbender was to make it like he's carrying on that legacy, and it's like you're just gonna spread the legacy wide and all, like what they did with Toph. She invented metal bending. Like what they did with Toph. She invented metal bending. She invented metal bend. She invented metal bend. She invented metal bending, and then they made a whole society of people who do the same shit. So it takes away from the specialness of her character. And then, by the way, her daughters are bitches. Okay, I don't care for her daughters. Aang's children are bitches. I don't care for them either. And then they try to make Aang look like a bad dad. Sokka, why does he have no kids, no history, nothing? He just faded into obscurity. He's part of a whole group that saved the fucking world. If it weren't for Sokka, they'd all be dead. That shit that he did with the Fire Nation Armada with Toph when he threw his boomerang and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, Toph, boomerang ain't coming back. And he cut down all those ships and he became nothing. What the fuck? Give him a statue. Give him children. Give him a wife. Like, I don't know, something. Azula was never mentioned again. Toph, once again, her daughters are bitches. I don't care about her daughters. They're not interesting. And we don't even know who their dads are. Where the fuck did they come from? We don't know. But they both metal bend, so it doesn't make metal bending special. Metal bending is not special anymore because there's a whole society, a whole town of people who could fucking do it. It's just a mess. I really hate that show. I don't understand people who like that show. Like, if you like that show, I feel like you never understood the concept of Avatar in the first place. Because the whole show in the first place was not about spectacle. It wasn't about spectacle. It wasn't about romance. It wasn't about drama. It was about real life shit that people go through and overlook. And as a child, you see these things, you see these values, you see these children who lost their parents, who are in a war. You see this kid who's over 100 years old and he lost everything he ever knew and he has to save the world. And you know what? They focus on how that feels, not how that looks. And I hate that. I really hate that they like fucked it up. Like, I like to pretend Legend of Korra is just a fan fiction. It's like a fan fiction thing. Like I said, some random fan who watched the show at some point, and they were like, well, that's interesting that there's 4 elements. That's interesting that there's this thing called the Avatar that has all 4 elements. But they didn't really understand what it means to have those 4 elements, how you're meant to be the balance in the world, how you're meant to sacrifice whoever you are, whatever you are, to keep the balance in the world and protect everybody. They don't understand that. Or like Uncle Iroh, they don't understand the point of his character. They don't understand the impact that his character had on the story and on the world. Someone like him, throughout the years, ever since I was little, I always wished I could either be Uncle Iroh or meet somebody like Uncle Iroh. In Legend of Korra, I don't want to meet none of those bitches. I don't want to meet none of them. The fuck? They're all either selfish or horny. I don't care. They're not interesting. Now, let's get to the Avatar movie. I'm gonna talk about this briefly, maybe a couple minutes or so. The Avatar movie that came out, that was leaked a few months ago, it's pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I watched it twice, so I guess that means that I kind of liked it. It was too Legend of Korra for me. I liked it, but the spirits, once again, they suffered from the same thing of like being quirky and being funny, and it's like spirits are supposed to not be human, you know? What about Heibai? Heibai blew my mind as a kid. That panda spirit was so cool. Heibai was so cool. I never seen anything like that. And then the face stealer, Ko was pretty cool. Once again, he's not human at all. He doesn't understand human values. He carries his own values and his own agenda, and it's very interesting. It makes him a very interesting character. Okay? And then my personal favorite is that owl spirit from the episode with the library, Wang Shitong's library. He was really cool. Like, really cool and scary, but like also his values were important. Like the way he was like, oh, humans only want to get after other humans. And that's so true. Like, he wasn't wrong, but at the same time, you could see it from a human being's perspective where it's like, damn, like, he's not human. Like, to think like that and be like that, and he sunk the whole library, and he was like, you guys are gonna die with me. Shit. All you kids gonna die with me. That shit was kind of crazy, but it was also like, damn, he's right. Like, they literally came there to defeat the Fire Nation, and yeah, it was for a good reason, but it's like, he didn't want to hear any of it. He's probably heard all of that for hundreds and hundreds of years. Oh yeah, there's a war going on, you want to kill people, whatever. All you humans are the same. I miss that. And Legend of Korra could never. So yeah, that show is shit. It's garbage. All the characters are garbage. None of them are memorable. I only remember them because, you know, like I said, it came out when I was in high school. So of course I remember some of the names. Tenzin, Korra, Bolin. Is there one named Mako? He was named after one of the voice actors from Avatar, Mako. Asami? Lesbo, random Lesbo. Yeah. That show is garbage. I would do anything to erase it from existence. Thank you for watching, guys. Also, I just meant to say that I don't understand Korra's character at all. Like, yeah, I already talked shit about her, but I'm gonna talk some more shit because genuinely, she's so unrelatable. Like, at least with Aang, it's like we grew up as kids watching Aang act like us, right? Like, he's innocent like us. He just wants to have fun like we did as kids. Korra, it's like, how is she relatable? She's cocky, she's annoying, she has an attitude. That's not relatable at all. It's not even like a personality that you can like latch to. So I don't understand people who relate with her or who say, oh yeah, she's like a great character, she's so interesting and she's flawed. Where are the flaws? The flaws are she's a bitch. I mean, okay, I have that flaw too. The fuck? Does that make me relatable? I mean, I guess if you relate to me being a bitch, sure, whatever. I mean, I'm a bitch. She's just not relatable. And I feel like the Avatar characters, yes, they have extreme personalities. Like, you could pretty much summarize all the Avatar characters as something simple. Like, Aang, innocent. Sokka, funny. Zuko, angry. But at least they show these characters in a way where it's like, it doesn't make them admirable, it's just like something you could connect to. Like, every single character has some kind of aspect of them that you can understand. Korra, I can't think of one thing in her personality or her character that I can relate to or understand. Nothing. I don't understand what the point of her character is. And it's like, she's good at this, she's good at that, she's good at everything, and by the end, people be like, oh, she grew so much, she changed by the end. How so? She doesn't look any different, she doesn't act any different, she's just boring. She's a boring character, she's just fucking boring. And like I said, the show is just an insult to Avatar. It's very much an insult because they just don't understand what made the show great in the first place and what made the characters great. The storytelling in Avatar is unlike anything else. The storytelling in Korra is like a fan fiction. Argue with the wall. And like, she dated this guy, then she dated that guy, then she dated this girl, and she has this guy as a mentor, and she has that person as a leader. It's like not relatable at all. Aang had nobody. He was just a kid that had nothing. He lost everything, and he somehow became like this iconic person that saved the world. And he still was humble, even by the end. Even after everything he went through, he was still humble. Korra has everything and she's a bitch. How the fuck is that relatable? Most of us have not dated this guy and that guy and that guy and they're all hot or whatever. And it's just like she's just not a relatable character. I don't understand whose idea that was. It's like if they inserted themselves in the Avatar world, like I said, like fan fiction. It's like, oh, what if I was like this attractive bronze skinned lady who's like super powerful and confident? What if I was in this world? Oh wait, but we have to make her relatable. Let's make her lose to every fight like a fucking moron, because she's fucking retarded. She's not even like smart or anything. She's just nothing. It's just a person like self-inserting themselves into a universe that's so diverse and complex, but you're a basic bitch. You inserted your basic bitch ass into a world that is so much more complex than you, and you didn't know what to do with it, so you're just like, we'll make her in a wheelchair at some point. Man, I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck if she fucking died. Kill her ass off. I want to pretend she's never been an Avatar and she never will be. Every other Avatar in that universe is at least relatable in some aspect or interesting. They're interesting. You want to know more about them. I don't want to know more about her. I want to know less. I want to erase whatever memory I have of that bitch. If I met her in real life, I would hate that bitch. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.